My name is Malik Shaffy. I usually say I'm a creative operator, but I like to say it in Kinyarwanda Umurava. So if you understand Kinyarwanda, you know what it is. And I work for a company called African Management Institute. So we enable entrepreneurs, giving them the right tools and skills they need. And at the same time, I co-founded a creative company with my brother. It's called 63 Create. And we only employ a lot of young people. So I'm the oldest in my own company, which is very funny. So yeah, that's really what I do. But I've done so many things in life that probably we'll talk about as we are talking about career purpose. But before I start, can I ask questions? Who here feel like they are confused and they don't know what they want to do in their life? It's really okay, tell me. Just raise your hands. Numbers. I see one person. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I see a couple. So now, who thinks they got it? They really know exactly what they want to do in their life. Okay, a few? A few? Yeah? How about the rest? We are confused. We think we know and we think we don't know, right? It's 50-50. So, yeah, I don't know how to start on this, but the thing is, when you're talking about building a career, first of all, it starts by motivation. It starts by inspiration. When we are young, we always have dreams. I think the biggest dream for everyone when they're young is, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a soldier, I want to be a teacher, right? But then as you go in school, you start understanding a few things, you start learning a few things, and your mind starts shifting a bit. Or you tell your parents, like me, I want to be an artist, and then your dad go, urashaka kubasa gihobe. And then they send you to mathematics. You fail mathematics, you go back to your dad, that I am failing at mathematics. It's like, naguzaja kwiga kuririmba. And they send me to computer science. Yeah? At least, you know, you're not doing mathematics, but go to do computer science. So we go through so many channels like those ones, right? And then sometimes it's not even about parents, it's ourselves, because we get confused as well. So we say, okay, I want to do this, you get there, you find it's very complicated, or you thought you're so good at mathematics and then all of a sudden you start failing. And then you graduate. All you need when you graduate, the number one things you need is a job, right? Either you did medicine, I don't know, you did computer engineering. I am telling you, the first job that comes to you, you take it, right? Regardless. Ndabesha. Because the number one thing you need at that time is money. And then I'm telling you, all of that, it's okay, right? So now, let me tell you why it's okay. So first of all, to start with, usually what I tell people that it's really okay to not know what you want to do in life. It's okay. What is not okay, it's when you don't know that you don't know. Yeah? So sometimes people think that they know and they are making a lot of mistakes and they don't want to go back because they really feel like they got it. They really, really know. And then sometimes other people are confused like me that thinks, oh, I don't know, but at least I know that I don't know. So it's okay to try so many things, right? So if I tell you, my friends, everything I've done in my life, I cannot finish. Now I'm a photographer, now I'm a cameraman, I did interior design, I had a restaurant, I still have a restaurant, I worked in tech with my friend Mike here, I worked in education, and now I run a creative agency, and I still feel like it's okay. As long as I know I need to get there and see what I'm doing there, and does it really, really works for me? Or maybe it doesn't work. Why is it not working? And then I shift. So now, how do I do this? And I think that's the purpose of this conversation. So the reason I said this, it's because sometimes when you're confused, people call you a confused person, right? But what I said, it's okay to not know what you want, at least when you know, it's because you allow yourself to be vulnerable. So you allow yourself to be vulnerable in a sense that you can try, you can approach and then talk to people and then ask for advice, and then also see what you are really doing well and then see what you are not doing well, and then how you can build from there to be a better person. And then how do you do this? So 4 things which I want to talk about, and then I can close. Hopefully it will be done in 10 minutes. So the number 1 thing that you need to do is self-evaluation. So you cannot know that you are where you are supposed to be if you have not really done a very deep and then thorough self-evaluation. Because you need to understand who you are, and you need to understand your strength, your weakness, right? And you need to understand your network, and then how to get from there. So for you to really build a better career in your life, you need to make a step back. You know, sometimes you do so many things in life, or as I said, you graduate for medicine, and then because it's so hard, first of all, to get a certificate for you to get a job, hanyuma ubona akazi to be a secretary somewhere, and then you jump on that, and then all of a sudden you're unhappy. Let's say you the Gen Zs, this doesn't happen to you, you resign the next day that your boss is making you unhappy, which I really like. But the thing is, when you resign, the most important part is that you need to know when to do a self-evaluation. So you need to understand why do I feel like I'm in the wrong place, or why do I feel that I'm in the right place? Yeah, what do I have that can take me to the next level of where I am, right? So when you are able to do that self-evaluation, it really helps. Even when you are struggling to build a career, when you are doing your job, your first job, because you just need money or you just need to be sustainable, but you are really able to do your self-evaluation. Second point. So now you've done a little bit of exercise to understand who you are, your strength and your weakness. The second thing that is really important, which I guess that's why Umurava was even created, is to understand your values as a person. So your values are very important, because your values are the ones that give you a purpose to do what you want to do. Sibyo. So I've met a young person. She's in one of the voluntary organizations, and then I wanted to hire her to work in my creative agency, which has nothing to do with what she was doing in terms of volunteering. And she's like, I want to make impact. I'm like, what do you mean by impact? I want to change people's life. And then I ask her another question. So how do you think you'll change people's life? She's like, you see, I go to school, I talk to students, I go to homeless people, I help them to feed. I'm like, I have these things that's called a creative agency. And sometimes we have clients in non-profit which want to communicate behavior change. They want to communicate to people how to use clean water, how to fight malaria, etc. So don't you think that if you do a job like this, you would still fit your purpose? And she's like, oh, I never thought about that, but it might make sense. So the reason I'm using her as an example, it's because it's really important in our lives to make sure that we have a purpose in life. So the purpose is what makes you wake up, right? And there is nothing that is so beautiful as having a job that responds to your purpose. But right? So sometimes you need to find a purpose as well in what you are doing. Because again, I'll be lying to you if I stand here and I tell you, go, every job you do has to be a job of your dream. No, it's not gonna, I will be lying, and I cannot lie. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a job that you need to do because you have to do it. But the most important is you need to understand, what is my purpose to the world? Like, what am I serving as a person? Okay, how many more can I have? Because 10 minutes is over. 5, yeah? Okay, so then when you know your purpose, it really helps you to build you as a person. So you know your value, you know your purpose. What is my first point? And then taking action. And this is why I love Gen Zs, because you don't hesitate in taking action. I've heard you are building a reputation of doing the Great Resignation. Do you all guys know the Great Resignation? Huh? It's when you wake up, you should go to search that hashtag, hashtag Great Resignations. During the pandemic, a lot of people were quitting the jobs they were doing because they spent so much time on their house, and they felt like, oh, maybe I was not meant to be an accountant, maybe I was meant to be a driver or singer, and then they will just quit and go to do something. So you'll find people really quitting high-paid jobs to go to do small jobs because they feel like it's not filling their purpose. Yeah? So that's called taking action. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But the reason it's really important to take action in life, it's because anything has a start and an end. You cannot live an happy life. So now, if you know your values, you know your purpose, why do you have to get stuck in one thing? Why don't you build a really good action that is going to help you to move towards to your goal? Does that make sense? So that's my third point. And then my last point is embracing the journey. So now, you know your values, you know your purpose, you are taking action, and you are embracing the journey. And my friend, the journey is not a paved road. Sibyo, you're gonna get a job, you feel like it's your dream job, but then you're gonna have a boss who's gonna be your worst boss ever, right? Or you're gonna have the best boss ever, but then you have a terrible delivery boss that it's something that you never thought you were gonna do, right? So what is really, really important in life is to understand everything you are going through. So you are so good at taking action, but then you have to embrace a journey of growth. And then the most important things I can tell you at a lot of your age, and which we do get in the workplace nowadays when we are employing young people like you, is that you want to be rich tomorrow, which is okay. But being rich is a journey. So don't see someone who's driving a Range Rover and thinks that they robbed the bank, or they woke up in the morning and bought that Range Rover. They've worked for 15 years, right? So you need to really, really be patient, right? And then walk through the journey, right? You start as, I don't know, as an intern, right? Then be an intern. Learn as much as you can. Don't build your ego. So now they give you a contract, you're starting, I don't know, you're starting to negotiate another salary next time, even before you even embrace your new position, etc. So you really need to understand that building a career, building a life, it's a journey. And the journey is not on a paved road. It has a lot of bumps. It's a roller coaster. So by the time you understand that the journey is going to have a lot of ups and downs, it's really going to help you to have a successful career. So within the 10 minutes I have, I think I can close from here. Thank you.